Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable to all the judges, honorable to all the teachers, and all audiences that I love. In this good opportunity, I would like to tell a story which the title is Uni, a female fox. But before I start, let me introduce myself first. My name is Adjalea Maslikhatul Zahrani. I am a student of Madrasah Sanawiyah Miftahul Huda, Jeruk Purut Kampol, Pasuruan Regency. Well, I'll start the story. Uni, female fox. A long time ago, in a large forest not far from Mount Sumeru, there were several villages inhabited by various types of animals. They lived in peace and helped each other. One day, in the village nearest to the mountain, a very big disaster occurred. An eruption of Mount Sumeru, which destroyed all the animal houses. Many of them lost their houses and possessions. Because of the situations, many of the animals from other villages that were not affected by the disaster began to cheer. They began to raise it for the victims of the disaster. Oni was no exception, female fox. Oni tried to gather it from her neighbors to help victims of the moon disaster. Oni collected clothes that are in good condition and still fit for use. Many of her neighbors give their clothes that are still fit for use to Uni. Just for 3 days, 100 pairs of clothes gathered at Uni's house. However, weirdness appeared after 5 days. Suddenly, Uni opened a booth in the traditional market that's selling various kinds of clothes. One of her neighbors, Ija, the sheep, who saw this, ventured to look around at Uni's booth. It turned out that her suspicions were proven. The clothes that sold by Uni was a cloth from the donations of the Uni's neighbors, including a cloth which donated by Ija. Ija ran home and told to the other neighbors what she had seen in the market. When Uni came home, all the neighbors looked cynical because Uni broke a lot of rice, oil, and instant noodles. All the Uni's neighbors were whispering to each other about Uni with full of prejudice. Get her. A few moments later, there was a car carried a lot of groceries and was dropped off at Uni's house. In front of the house, Uni paid for all the groceries that came. Even her neighbors can saw that there was still a lot of leftover money to pay for our groceries. The neighbors were suspicious of Uni because previously Uni was an animal that was in a bad economic situation. On the other hand, she suddenly picked up a lot of groceries and had a lot of money.
I am sure it's the money from selling clothes that we donated,
Ija said to the neighbors. Of course, all the neighbors agreed with Ija's opinion. You right? Agree with me, right? Finally, the neighbors flocked to the Uni's house to beat her. Give us back our clothes! Give us back our clothes! All neighbors of Uni screaming furiously. Uni went out from her house and met the people. Thank you, all my neighbors, but before that I asked you to step aside for a moment because there was a truck that went to pass, said Uni calmly. A truck slowly entered Uni's yard. The truck broke up the crowd of animals, and all of them saw clearly the words on the truck. Delivery trucks to the victims of disaster. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, help me load all these basic necessities onto the truck, Uni said with a smile. They all helped to load the groceries onto the truck. After that, one of the relief workers approached Uni and thanked her. "Don't thank me, sir. Thanks to all my neighbors. And here's the money for the victims of the Smerus eruption. This is all donation from the villagers here," said Uni politely. "Thank you, sir, ma'am," said the worker to all the neighbors of Uni. Then he left in his truck, and Uni re-entered her house. At last, all the Uni's neighbors went home and felt embarrassed, with the exception to Ija. She felt very embarrassed and confused.
How can it happen? I still believe that the Union has cheated,
said Ija. When Ija was arriving at her house, she turned on the television and watched the news about the location of the evacuation victims because of the eruption disaster, which became a mountain of clothes that were actually used and became garbage. It means that they were full of clothes and they didn't need it anymore. The end. Well, ladies and gentlemen, based on the story, we can learn many things, such as integrity, friendship, consideration, environmental care, and etc. Hopefully, it can be a catharsis for ourselves. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.